We follow two of the greatest defenders ever to play here with arguably the greatest wide receiver ever to play here, Johnny Quinn. Johnny, welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
What was signing day like for you coming out of McKinney?
It was a relief. You know, I didn't get my scholarship until 2 days before signing day. I got a call from Daryl Dickey when I was in my 8th period class, and they said we had a scholarship for you. And I was just so thankful that I had somewhere to go. I had something to do on signing day. So it was a relief.
If that call hadn't come, how would your life be different today?
Well, my plan was to walk on to Texas Tech. I took an official visit there. They were not going to offer. They offered me a preferred walk-on. Wes Welker was just graduating, and so that was my plan, was to go to Texas Tech and walk on. But that changed 2 days before signing day.
You came here, you're right at the top of all the career receiving records at North Texas, and you've gone from here, as so many players do, into Olympic bobsledding. How did that happen?
Yeah. You know, my agent represented a bobsledder back in the day, and so when professional football was over, I knew I still wanted to compete. And they look for football players with a track background. And so when I was at North Texas, I walked onto the track team. And so I found that I fit the mold they were looking for. Herschel Walker was the first football player turned bobsledder. So I knew I still had something left in the tank, and that opportunity came. And then
Did you call him up?
No, I have not.
Have you met him to this day?
I have not met Herschel. I would like to. But yeah, so I started in 2010, and then in 2014, I made the United States Olympic team.
And prospects for that career to continue?
For 2018, we will see. We will see.
You played under a coach who was all about the running game, and here comes Seth Luttrell and the wide-open cutting-edge spread. How much fun do you think you would have if you got a chance to play for Coach Luttrell?
I would love to play in an offense that throws the ball every down. But, you know, when I was playing, we knew what we were doing, and we were winning. You know, we had some talented running backs. And I think it probably helped my getting open, because we would run, we would block, run, block, and then we'd throw it over the top. And so a lot of my receptions were down the field. So I think there's no doubt having guys like Kevin Galbraith, Patrick Cobbs, Jamario Thomas, James Mitch. I mean, you can list them. There's no doubt that helped my career.
Two of whom led the nation in rushing, and in 05 played together in the same backfield. I don't know if that has happened since. I don't know if it happened before. But so yeah, when they threw to you, it was kind of a surprise.
Sure. Yeah. It was when you have such a talented run game, you're going to pull some safeties up in the box, and so it left me with a lot of one-on-one opportunities.
What would you tell kids who just signed today what they're in for? What's your best advice to maximize their opportunities?
Sure, I'd say enjoy today, enjoy the moment, be present, but know that the work is just about to begin when you step on campus. And when you get on campus, whether you play right away or whether you redshirt, be a good listener. I think that's what helped me in my career, especially early on, was understanding that if a coach says run the route at 12 yards, the route's run at 12 yards, not at 14 because of what the NFL ticket says on Sunday. Be a good listener, and there's no doubt that helped my career.
I'm assuming you don't have to be introduced to the gentleman to your left, Craig Robertson.
This is the man right here. This is the man. Yeah.
Craig, welcome. Same question for you. What are your memories of signing day and the whole process?
My biggest memory is my fax didn't go through right away.
So you weren't official then?
Yeah. It took a couple times to get the fax right. My high school coach had to run it a couple times for it to go. But I'm here.
And things went well for you once you got here?
Things did go well, yes, sir.
Same question I just asked Johnny. What would you tell these incoming freshmen and transfers about what they're about to get into? I'm sure they all think they know what's ahead of them, but there's no way they can. What's your best advice for them?
Honestly, I'm kind of with Johnny. You just got to sit back and you have to observe how college is, because all these kids signing scholarships, they were all stars from their neighboring high schools, or a lot of them come from powerhouse schools, so called, and you really have to see that everyone around you is going to be good, and you have to put in the type of work to get where you want to be. So if you want to be good, you have to work at it. So high school, you can kind of rely on talent. You can't really do that too much in college because everyone you're playing is around the same kind of talent level as you. So, you kind of have to push yourself a little bit more to go further in your college career.
You end up playing well beyond college, the Cleveland Browns. At any point in your college career, were you thinking that that was a possibility for you, or if you were, would that have almost become a detriment to the job that you had to do that day?
To be honest, I never thought about it one time. I was really just focused on, I consider myself as a leader, and I was focused on my teammates, making my teammates better. I wasn't really vocal as I should have been, but I was a look at me guy. If I'm gonna work hard, then you guys will see it. And I never looked past myself. I wanted everybody else to be successful, and I wanted us to win. So that's really all I focused on.
What's your best memory of your years here, Johnny?
Probably clinching the bowl game bids and the conference championship bids. The 3 years that I was here and we won the conference, we were able to clinch at home. And to have the fans here, to do that in Denton, America, those are some pretty special years.
Craig, how about you? Best memories here?
I got a lot of memories. To be honest, my best memories here is not necessarily playing. It's the memories you got in the locker room with the guys, the teammates. And I mean, I still tell Johnny was one of the best storytellers I've ever met. Him and Muzzy. We were freshmen. It was our first training camp. And I mean, those are the stories that, take you through those hard times at training camp and take you through those seasons. So it's not necessarily the time that you have playing the game, because all those are going to be great because we're lucky enough to even play the game of football, but it's the times that nobody else saw. The times that it was just us is what I remember the most.
And you guys were recruited to play at Fouts Field.
That's right.
You didn't have Apogee Stadium as the carrot at the end of the stick.
Yeah.
How nice would it have been to come to this facility now?
This is a phenomenal facility. Did you play in this facility?
No.
This is a phenomenal facility. I mean, when you drive through Denton and you see this stadium, when you come into the stadium and see how nicely everything's put together, it's a dream come true for these recruits to play in something this special.
Johnny, good luck with the bobsledding.
Thank you.
Craig, good luck with your continuing success, hopefully, with the Cleveland Browns.
Thank you, sir.
Johnny Quinn, Craig Robertson joining us as we wrap up our webcast on National Signing Day. First time ever, Seth Luttrell brings in the incoming class here at North Texas. Again, you can meet Seth and the new coaching staff 5 to 7 at our meet and greet here at the Hub Club at Apogee Stadium. Hope you can join us then.